Then another challenging moment with HR, they had to send me back.
Okay,
Okay,
it was
it's time. Yeah, it's time to go back to Samsung office Egypt.
Yes.
And I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I said no. And my ego at that time was very high.
Okay.
So I was sitting with the HR and I said, like, look, I'm not going anywhere.
going.
I'm staying in headquarters. All the executives, the VPs wants me to be in headquarters.
Correct.
And that was a challenging moment, at the same time a lesson.
What was your lesson?
The guy said, he whispered in my ear, said, Seif, lower your ego down. I can replace you with an empty chair in 2 seconds.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people.
Seif, thank you so much for joining me on Let's Talk DXB. So I've seen your content. I've seen your very impressive resume, if I can even call it that, and your transition from a very senior corporate role, C-suite, into being an entrepreneur, managing multiple businesses. So when I was looking at your background and researching, I was like, it takes a certain person to be able to do this because it's not an easy journey. And with Let's Talk DXB, I always like to get behind the successful person in front of me. So we're going to deep dive into you a bit more, yeah?
So first of all, it's an honor to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure it's going to be a great episode.
I'm sure. Just off camera, we were rolling.
Loved it.
So let's start with you. Let me learn a bit more about you. So obviously starting from Cairo all the way through to you sitting with me now.
Whew, it's a long story full of many transitional moments, challenging moments. So I was born in Giza, Egypt, middle class family.
Okay.
Was a fan of sports. I was part of the professional team of Kung Fu.
Okay.
So all my dedication in life was towards sports.
Right.
Had no interest in school,
Yeah.
had no interest in anything, just give me sports, my friends, and that's it. And then one transitional moment or challenging moment happened that I have a cousin, similar age, exactly, similar age. So I used to study with her before exams.
Yeah,
I need somebody to help me, you know, like that's an entrepreneur.
Teamwork,
finding people to help you.
Building your team in advance. Yeah, got it.
So at that moment, my aunt passed by and said, like, why are you wasting time with this idiot? He's wasting your time.
Right.
And from here, I love my aunt. Of
Yes,
course, she's
yeah.
my second mother.
Yep.
But this thing was an absolute transitional moment for me. I stopped sports, completely studied, reached maybe the #1 in school. Everybody was shocked. Got into engineering university, which was the top in Egypt. And my life changed.
Can we just pause?
Of course.
Because that comment from your aunt, the power of words, whether negative or positive, but that also shows your mindset around that. Because someone can just take that and just be like, I'm just going to continue doing
like,
what I'm doing.
How come you tell me this? How come you tell me that? Yeah.
Just that one.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Look, every career spike or for me was something related to a challenging moment. And it's always like I'm having my book is almost out in the market.
Yeah.
It's all about the stories that watch me once you challenge me. Maybe because I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a sportsman.
Correct.
It comes from that. So that was watch me what I will do.
I'll prove you wrong.
And became in the top, I would say, in the
Amazing.
school. Got into the best university, hard ones.
Wow.
And then also a transitional moment happened to me. Like I used to work in a mobile operator for 1 year. After I finished university, I used to work in a mobile operator. And I was absolutely comfortable.
Right.
Absolutely. As a very good employee.
Yes.
Respected, valued. A family friend told me like, okay, Samsung is coming to the region looking for global leaders in the region. So they will pick one from the whole region, take them to South Korea, give them an MBA scholarship and work in headquarters. And at that time I said like, no, I'm very happy, friends, family, everything is good. Okay, but go and try. So I went. I was sitting in a room full of like 15 people. And I'm working. So I was looking at the watch and like, okay, when is my interview happening? Because I need to go back to office. So the lady, fortunately, she looked at me and said, where are you from? So I said, I'm from Egypt. She said like, okay, no worries. You can leave now. Egyptians are lazy. You won't win anymore. Anyways.
No, she did not.
She said, exactly. I'm telling you, challenging moments in my life. And like, poof. You know, first of all, you understand like what the heck this happened to me. Like everybody's hearing, like I was directly humiliated. So my sudden response, a reaction right away. I said, wait here. Let's have a deal.
Okay.
I'm going to stay. And if I win, you resign.
You said that to her?
Yeah, 100%. And I did everything possible. It's a panel interview with professors, executives from Samsung, whatever it is. I made it happen. I win. She resigned.
She did?
She did. They keep their words.
Right.
She resigned.
Yeah.
But the problem is I didn't want to go.
Oh, after all of
I
just wanted to prove you wrong.
Exactly. I didn't want to go. So I went home like, oh shit, where I'm going. At that time, with my ignorance or whatever, even I didn't know what South Korea.
Yeah.
I knew Japan.
Yes, correct.
But like what South Korea, I didn't know. Anyways, I had to pack my bags.
You had to.
I had to pack my bags. And I went to South Korea.
Amazing.
Landed. Everybody was going towards passport control.
Right.
I was the only one going the other way.
Yeah.
Where is the aeroplane? I want to go back home.
You want to go back home.
I want to go back home. So everything what happens to me is literally a challenging moment. So when everybody says, there is an obstacle, there's problems, I thrive in them.
Do you know what? I saw your post when I was coming here, tired. And I was like, I feel quite tired. It's been a busy day. Tired, exhausted, frustrated, heartbroken, push through.
100%.
And that just shows your character.
100%.
Yeah, I was watching that on your Instagram account.
100%.
But that's not easy. It's not easy.
It takes discipline. Nothing is easy. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Yeah.
It just takes the discipline that you go through this.
Yep.
And then I went South Korea, stayed there like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? From not wanting to go, you were there for 4 or 5 years?
Absolutely. I didn't want to go back.
Oh, wow.
Literally, I didn't want to go back. Why? Because I saw myself how I developed.
Yeah.
The international experience, the exposure, the education, the corporate life, Samsung, and. I didn't want to go back.
Amazing.
Then another challenging moment with HR, they had to send me back.
Okay, it was
it's time. It's time to go back to Samsung office Egypt.
Yes.
And I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I said no. And my ego at that time was very high.
Okay.
So I was sitting with the HR and I said, like, look, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in headquarters. All the executives, the VPs wants me to be in headquarters.
Correct.
And that was a challenging moment, at the same time a lesson.
What was your lesson?
The guy said, he whispered in my ear, said, Seif, lower your ego down. I can replace you with an empty chair in 2 seconds.
What? Why do you keep on getting these direct messages? Who are saying these messages?
I don't know. But literally at that day, I said I will never hear these words again.
Wow.
So this really propelled me, like, because I took my personal development and career development and to a completely new level that nobody on earth will tell me I can replace you.
Right.
So also a challenging moment. Then went to Russia. And my career started in Russia. Pretty tough.
Yeah, that would have been
absolutely pretty tough.
Yeah.
Managed my way through.
Okay.
With the ups and downs.
And you're by yourself, like in Russia, like
absolutely, absolutely no language,
family, no language,
no nothing, zero.
Wow.
And even the first day in the office, I came to the office.
Yeah.
I'm coming from headquarters.
Yep.
I'm having an MBA from MIT and South Korea.
Yes.
And the boss tells me, okay. I say like, hey, I'm Seif from headquarters. I said like, oh, do you see the table over there, the laptop? There is a PowerPoint on it. I want you to change the graphs from red to green because I don't like.
That is not what he asked you to do.
I swear, this is exactly. It's like, like pushing
Humble,
me down.
Yeah, literally.
And I thought at that time that my career is over.
It's over.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Like there is no way what I'm going to fight for. I can't grow in this kind of culture.
Yeah.
Then I said, let's me challenge him. I said, okay, give me any product line you have.
Yeah.
And I will make a hit out of it. But if I make it a hit, you
promote me.
And exactly, I did this for years.
And you just kept on going?
Samsung, you used to be promoted every 3 years, corporate.
Yeah, because corporate is quite slow in terms of progression.
I was promoted every year.
Every year, Seif?
Every single year since I joined Samsung. By challenging, I don't want to say challenging.
Yeah.
Helping my boss.
Right.
It's in a way of challenging. Like I'll deliver the results.
Correct.
That you can't.
Yes, yeah.
But in returns, promote me.
Can I ask the confidence to be that vocal? So I've been in corporate for a long time as well. And I've seen the dynamics of creeping up the ladder, bottleneck, glass ceiling, all of that narrative you hear. And also not having the confidence to ask. So where did that come from?
I always, even when I was a kid, I always had no issues asking.
Oh, good.
And I always believed in there is no wrong in asking.
That's the right thing.
And even if I didn't get it,
Yeah.
I don't lose anything.
Good.
So whatever I want, I just throw it on the table.
Yeah.
But I always throw it on the table with a value.
Yes.
It's
okay.
not just like
Let me take.
I just want. No, I'll deliver this, but I get that.
Good. Yeah.
So I give before I take. So, and that's the
good.
mistake of other people do, that they want to take before they give.
Correct.
So I always, like with my ex-bosses and like, here, 1, 2, 3. I'll do you this, you do me that. And I was the youngest CMO in the whole group.
Amazing. It's good that you learned that at a young age, because I think a lot of people are scared of no. They already stop because they're like, I don't want to hear no. I don't want to be embarrassed.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to ask. So they stop themselves from even putting that narrative out there.
100%. Even with salaries, with position promotion.
So many things.
I was killing with salaries. I need this amount.
I love it.
I need this amount. Literally, I need this amount. Corporate, every year we can increase by 5%.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I want 20 if I give you this. Literally.
Yeah, got it. And that's the narrative. Like, my value is this. I know what you need. So in return, and there's no harm in showing that, because it's
delivering results. When somebody tells me, what's your strength?
Yeah.
I deliver results.
I can see that. Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'll deliver. Whatever it takes. I was a foreigner in a country.
Yeah.
Had no idea what's happening with the language, the culture, whatever.
Yeah.
I worked with everything possible.
Wow.
Partners, developers, whatever it is.
You got it done.
To make things happen. Put yourself out. Opportunities will open.
Yes.
And at the end, I was awarded by the Russian president.
Yeah,
as a foreigner.
What?
And
you started your first day in the office, fixed this PowerPoint presentation, no idea about language, to then being awarded by the president.
True.
And progressing just that quickly.
Never stop.
So then from Russia then, because that's your corporate, like very successful corporate world, where did you land in terms of then thinking, I'm done here, I've reached what I need to do something for myself?
I reached the CMO.
Yeah.
And there was no way to grow further.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's either my growth is going to be lateral, I'm going to go to another company, having the same role.
Same role. Yeah.
The thing is, do you remember the story about HR? So always this is in my head.
Yeah.
One day I will be replaced. So I was always testing myself.
Okay.
Running a business.
Right.
So when I was in corporate, I was also doing other businesses.
Okay.
Doesn't have anything with conflict of interest. Absolutely nothing.
Correct.
But like gyms, sports supplements, cross-country trading. I'm testing myself, testing my hands to see it works or not.
Good. Okay.
So when the time came, I was interviewed by Apple, Huawei, or whatever, all these
of those
companies.
big brands.
But I didn't want. So I left and I started my own career. Was hell, but...
Tell me about the
and
hell.
still hell.
And it's still hard, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of entrepreneurs I speak to, because you have this thing like, I want the flexibility, I want to work for myself. But they're like, there's another guy I spoke to, he was like, it's hard.
It's opposite.
Hard.
There is no flexibility.
There is no flex, right?
There is no freedom.
Constant.
It's flexibility and freedom after you build yourself.
Correct.
But to build yourself, everybody thinks it takes a year, 2, 3. No.
Longer.
Hit the 5, 10 years and we speak.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So your hell, what did that look like? So you're in corporate, doing very well. You have a lot of the things is the security. I have my salary every month. I've got the benefits. What was that hell and transition like?
Forget about the security.
Really?
Forget about the security. Think about you as a person.
Right. Okay.
When you leave corporate,
Yeah.
you have your successes.
Yes.
You have your ego. You
Your
have
titles,
your confidence.
yeah.
You have all these things.
Yeah.
Your successes that you did.
Yes.
So in my position, I was the one making the money for the company.
Right.
So my ego was super high.
Yeah.
Then you leave and you go to own business and being an entrepreneur. And you suddenly understand that, oops, I can't do a shit.
Yes.
Because it's a totally different ball game. It took me from 6 to 12 months of total destruction.
Really?
Absolutely. I didn't know myself.
So you had to tear yourself apart as well?
Absolutely. I didn't believe that it's me.
Really?
I can't handle things. I can't deliver results. All the opposites.
Of what you were doing in
Exactly.
this?
I can't. I just can't. It's a different ball game.
Maybe it was overwhelming because you're doing everything.
Absolutely. Overwhelming. Different caliber that you're working with.
Yep.
When you're in corporate, you make like this. I want to review a contract. I want to put a website on.
Yes.
I want to. But in your own business, you want to, baby, do it. You want
do it
this,
yourself.
baby, do. I became a legal person after I left corporate. I
Wow.
had to study law to read contracts,
Yep.
to be able to amend contracts.
Wow.
So it took me 6 to 12 months of absolute hell. And I was on the verge to break.
I was going to say, what was the,
Absolutely on the verge to break.
Yeah.
One moment of time, I woke up in the middle of the night and I went to the bathroom and I look in the mirror, literally, that's a real story.
Yeah.
And I look at the mirror, I see a person that I absolutely don't know. The confidence is gone. Self-doubt is everywhere, scattered. Not me. And you know this whisper in your ears, like, go back to corporate, that's your game.
This is it.
Just go back to corporate. It's
you can do
easy.
it, it's safe. Yep.
And at that time I remembered, your why. Your my family, the people that rely on me.
I was going to say, what was your why?
If I wrote it down at the end, one of them, I will speak about it a little bit later, but one of them is my mom.
Right.
So I remember like, no. So I grabbed the vase next to me. I broke this mirror. I said, I don't want to see it anymore.
Whoa.
Absolutely. Then completely transformed myself.
Wow.
Education, mentorship, all these things until I absolutely flipped it.
Can I say about that self-investment? There was another lady on here and she was like, I have spent, she's from the UK, so she was like XX pounds on being able to, and she's quite young as well.
Yeah.
She's like, I have invested in mentors. I have maybe 3 coaches. I have a therapist. Because a lot of people don't want to do that level of work. They think I can just do it by myself and rely on myself. But I think it's important to think about what your team looks like to help you get through that journey.
What's your advisory circle?
Yeah, you're right.
Mentorship, courses, developing yourself.
Yeah.
Is an absolute the best investment you can do.
Yeah.
Literally till now, from that day that the guy told me I can replace you.
Just like that.
I study 2 hours a day.
Really?
Study. Student.
You went
with
back
a course, with a seminar, with a mentor, with whatever it takes. 2 hours a day. I read 2 times a day.
Amazing.
In the morning and before I sleep. I have to keep myself
elevate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That is powerful.
It can't be put in a number, but a lot of dollars.
Yeah. I'm definitely in a season, I was saying this on another conversation, where I'm self-invested. I was like, I probably spent more on myself, coach, courses, therapy, whatever it has been, than I've ever done before. But in the beginning of the year, I was like, what does my advisory board look like?
Exactly.
And who is that person?
Exactly.
And how much do I have to spend here? And that's literally how I'm powering through.
It's going to change your life.
Massively.
It's going to change your life.
I'm seeing it in just a short space of time. Yeah. But it's good to hear, because you don't hear, you see very successful people, but you think, they did it by themselves. They're strong-minded. It's good to hear. It's impossible.
I have my philosophies with this, and it's impossible to do on your own. Self-made, whatever, is a bull.
Right, okay.
Absolutely,
yes,
it's a bull.
Yeah, because that's all we hear. Self-made, I did it alone. I worked just 24 hours and I got there. But that's not the reality.
There is one statement that can summarize this, that you need mentors, you need courses, you need things that are proven to succeed.
Yeah.
Success by whatever matrix do you want is not about the motivation that is behind. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So you can't be just motivated and you succeed.
Correct.
That's in the alone route.
Yeah.
I will do it. I'm Rambo. I'm
Tarzan. I can do it. Yeah.
That's absolutely bull, because if we get 2 entrepreneurs sitting next to each other, one successful and one unsuccessful, both were motivated.
Correct.
Both were hungry. One failed and one succeeded. So success is not about motivation. Correct? Then it's about what?
Yes. Yeah.
It's about design. Correct? Things designed to succeed and things designed to fail.
That's good.
An example. You don't see a pilot sitting in a plane cockpit clapping to the plane to fly, right? Let's fly, let's fly.
Yeah.
No, the plane is designed to fly, right?
Yes.
A Kia Picanto can't drive 300 kilometers per hour, right?
Yep.
Even if the driver
correct.
So it has to be designed exactly as business, exactly as sports, exactly as whatever. It is designed. It's an ecosystem. It's a pattern. It's modeling what's happened.
Yeah.
So the easiest way is to model is to have coaches, to have mentors.
To learn from people that have, correct, because it's the foundation,
True.
I feel like for me, it's definitely about the foundation, building that strong foundation, the discipline around that foundation to then be able to navigate. 100%. And you pull in what you need, resource, minds, whatever, to be able to do that.
You need people around you. You need good people around you.
Yeah, it's good that you say that, because you don't hear that a lot from successful people. They tell you the fairy tale part, but not the hard bits.
Absolutely not.
Interesting. So then if we go back to kind of the design, because I'm still remembering your childhood statement from your auntie, and it seems like you're quite family orientated. You said about your mother, your why, because I'm sitting there always thinking, why am I sitting here till 1 a.m. doing Let's Talk DXB? You know, I have to wake up at 6 a.m. and I always have to remind myself of the why. So if you don't mind touching on it, why was your mother your why?
She's the one that she really took care of me, and she always instilled in me from very young age that I am the man of the family.
Oh, good. Ooh.
So even when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the back seat. If I sleep, she's going to tell me, Seif, wake up. You're the man of the family. You need to take care of us.
Wow.
So she put a lot on me. She did a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
So she's always my wife. Like I will not lose and I will not break because of her. 100%.
But she also sounds like a very strong woman. I have a small boy. He's only 4. And some people think, like, our background, I'm originally West African. So, you know, maybe new age parenting, but I'm very mindful of like having disciplined conversations with him from a young age, giving him small responsibilities, like building him up from a young age. Because I feel like just listening to you, it all makes a difference. And he's a young boy that needs to grow into a man that has...
Especially going in this era of what you see around you.
It's scary.
Exactly. You need to instill in him some values.
Correct.
Of responsibility.
Yes, yeah. Because it's easy for children to get quite lazy and lost.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Oh, your mum, she's good. Yeah, she needs to write a book so I can read it.
Really. So she's a big part of my why. And there's a lot of other things, which is like, could be the discuss, the kind of revenge type and
okay. Yes, yeah. But it's important to go back and reflect on that as well, because that's the motivation around everything.
I remember them every day.
Do you?
Every single day.
Oh, that's powerful.
Every single day I have to revisit my why. Because not every day I'm willing to be disciplined. Not every day I'm willing to be consistent. Not willing to do the work. I want to lie in bed.
The motivation.
My why.
But this is what sustained you to be so successful. So tell me about your first business. So you've left Samsung. You're not in Russia anymore. What did that look like? And what was the first business model that you put?
Real estate, hotels.
Yeah.
This is the first business. Absolutely different.
Yep.
Game. Absolutely different.
But that takes a lot of grit. I feel like if you work in that industry, there's a lot of survival in that market.
It is. But at the end of the day, when people tell me that, Seif, this is not your industry, I tell them, hold on.
Okay.
Give me some time.
You like the challenge. Yeah. Anyone that counteracts.
Just give me some time.
Okay.
I am confident in myself to a level that you give me time. I don't want to say the word beat anyone.
Yeah, got it.
I will win.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I am sure I can be slow, I can be speedy, but I will never stop.
Yeah, got it.
But you will stop.
Your drive is consistent.
100%.
So you'll keep on going,
Offs.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of, I created this what's called the alpha movement.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that.
People tell me what's an alpha. Well, okay, we'll dig deep in it. But there is one thing which is extremely differentiator between alpha people and others.
Yeah.
Alphas, they don't have something which is majority of the people or all the people have it.
Right, okay.
Which is what? The off button.
Yeah.
Our off button is broken.
Right.
We don't stop.
And that's why consistency and discipline. So the ones that get like your post when you're tired, the people that will slow down, I can't push through anymore. You're still going.
And then you get the people like, oh, what the heck? Relax, man. Relax a little bit.
Chill out.
Relax. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Man, there is nothing wrong with me. I'm just built different.
I'm built differently.
Absolutely different.
Yes. And it's owning that. It's owning that. But that's a good thing, because I always say about your circle of people, your voices in your ear. Yeah, you might have someone concerned because, you might be burning out, Seif, and I can see that that's a different concern.
I heard it. 100 You're burning the candle from both sides. Take care of your health, all these kind of things.
Yep.
But it's me.
It's the way you are.
There is no off button. There is no. When somebody tells me what is success, it is the next success.
It's the next success. So that's not enough for you.
Absolute nothing is enough.
Wow.
Nothing is enough.
Now I understand why you're a mindset coach, because I think that is so important. And I've heard a lot of different people talking about mindset, but I think sometimes it's a word, but people don't really know how to action it, or like how do you go about like changing your mindset or building that. So how did you get into mindset coaching?
It's something that it's embedded in me.
It's embedded in you.
Embedded in me, and I see how it reflects on my accomplishments.
Yeah. Okay.
And regardless whatever kind of skills courses, seminars,
Yeah.
whatever you will take. If this is not correct, it's like an operating system which is crappy.
Yes.
Everything that you will put on will end with an error.
Correct.
So you need to work with this, starting with your limiting beliefs. You don't take a lot of people's opinion into consideration, especially if, for example, you want to move from corporate to, oh my God, you'll be the only one cheering for yourself, and others will tell you like,
you're crazy.
What kind of mistakes you're doing. And a lot of people take it.
Yeah.
And then
it stops them.
And then it comes into your mind. So your first obstacle you hit while you're in your entrepreneurial journey. You're like, oh shit.
Hence why you looked in the mirror, go back to corporate.
Go back.
Yes, yeah.
But if you can control this, literally nothing can stop you.
That is so important. And to be quite honest, like, you know, I go through my moments of like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I good at this? So I have to really challenge myself out of those voices, those internal voices. So I will talk you out of it. You know, or what will people think? And because Let's Talk for me started from a very open and transparent space. So externally, oh, Sharon, you're doing well. Everything's perfect. But I wanted to dig deeper into, I've succeeded through hell. Or I've succeeded through this challenging time. And that journey's not easy. I don't say it lightly, but it also shows like pain out of purpose and the mindset to do that.
You know, one interesting thing you said here. I'm not happy with the achievements that I did.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows around me, right? Am I correct? I can be happy for 1 second.
Oh, wow.
But I'm super happy with the character that I built.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Whatever the achievement is, yes, good. It was my goal. I had no doubt I'm not going to achieve it.
Got it.
Okay, it's just a matter of time. I'm going to speed it or it's going to be slowed down.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it.
Yeah, got it.
But in the journey to getting it, how I am now,
what you've built for yourself,
that's the real accomplishment.
And that's again, we talk about foundation, because regardless of if you decide to go back into corporate to open 10 businesses,
true.
Your character and your foundation is set.
True.
So that
it's
kind
like, if everybody takes whatever from me and I say like, it's a character and your personal brand is like, okay, these are the things that I own.
Yes.
Take whatever you want, I'll bring them back.
You know what? And that is so important, because I always think about reputation in business as well. I'm sure obviously your businesses are very successful in terms of building a reputation. And it's not about, oh, I care what people think about me, because everyone's going to have an opinion, right? But just knowing my morals, my ethics, the way I conduct myself speaks for itself as well. I'm sure that's something that you've had to also kind of build on and navigate.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
People who live without values, integrity, for me, they're...
Yeah. But they also come to their own downfall. I feel they crumble themselves, because eventually the cracks will show, or whatever it may
100%.
be. Yeah.
If you fake it 100%, it will be seen.
Yes.
Know your values.
Correct.
Make every decision that you do aligned with your values, and you will live the happiest life. And regardless what people say, because of course, like if when you ask Seif, did you care about people's opinion when you were young? Of course I cared.
Yeah.
We are social animals. Like, of course, I want my mom to say, Seif, you're the best. I want my friends, I want Seif out with me in the trips. Of course I cared.
Yeah.
But by the time I realized 100%, it makes no sense.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Makes no sense.
Exactly.
People will forget you. People will forget you. Why do you care about them?
So true. And again, when I started Let's Talk, I was really nervous to start, because it was a very open conversation about my divorce. And we've been raised to be quite private. In African culture as well, you don't share your business openly, and we don't talk about these emotional things. And it held me back for at least 5 months before I started Let's Talk, because I'm like, what will people say about me? What will my mum say?
True.
My mum would be like, what are you doing? But it was the opposite, actually. She was very proud that I was able to have a very constructive conversation. And I think it just showed like my talents anyway. That was the purpose of it. But I held on to opinions for too long. Yeah. I'm only now like, I don't care. Lots of people are like, Sharon, are you okay? I'm like, I don't care.
And nobody cares, and nobody will help you in this way or another way.
Right. So true. Yeah.
And really,
so true.
people will forget. Literally, people will forget.
I think I probably saw myself as more important than I was, if I'm honest. I'm not that important to people.
It's not even about, it's like not on the radar, not on their map.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one interesting thing. I was in Samsung, CMO, sitting on a chair which is very heavy.
Right.
Leading more than 600, 800 people.
Stress.
Absolutely connected to every single celebrity,
Wow.
whatever in the market. My phone didn't stop ringing on the day. Messages, calls.
Constant.
The next day, when I left,
What did that look like? What did that look like?
As a phone silent.
Really?
True.
The next day?
The next day. Only counted people with one hand.
That's a lesson.
Of course. Of course, that's the lesson.
Wow.
Of course.
People could be that fickle.
You lost the chair. They knew me for the chair.
It's the title.
It's
yes.
the title. So when people's opinion,
You've seen it the hard
of
way.
course. And you know, the more I sit with people and I share with this kind of, like, I mean, old people.
Yes.
They all have the same.
They'll say the same, won't they?
Absolutely the same.
Yeah.
So why do you care a lot about opinions of people when at the end of the day,
they don't, yeah.
I care about opinions of my mother. That's my family.
Yeah.
That I can explain, sit and
trust. And know,
But like somebody comes, oh, what the hell are you doing? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Why?
Yeah. No, not why. Define yourself, who you are. Like, first of all.
I love that confidence. Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely not worth it.
So I want to go into, because all of this it now makes sense, because when I was looking at the alpha movement and the content with your podcast, like it all now sitting in front of you, I completely get the direction of where it was. Where did that come from and why? And what does that look like in terms of where you're trying to take it?
Where I'm going to take it, it's going to be something very big. It's a global movement.
Yeah.
It's not a local movement.
Yeah.
It's a global movement. It all happened starting in COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why?
Another challenging time.
Another challenging time. Boredom.
Yeah.
I can be sitting at home doing nothing.
Correct. Locked inside.
So I started to be open to online.
Yeah, got it.
And from here, then I start to see the change in the environment, change in the cultures.
Yes.
People are not living to their potential. They're just comparing, giving the excuses, this and that.
Yes.
And honestly, just ugly. And pity at the same time.
Yeah.
We lost the masculinity and we lost the femininity at the same time. Became grey. Then the alpha movement started to put people on track.
Yeah.
Helping, I would say, crafting alphas.
Yeah.
And it's a male and a female thing. It's not
I've
just
seen,
a male. It's both. And the main idea behind it also was to explain that the alpha is not the thing that everybody knows, which is I'm the dominant, I am the egocentric, I am the self-centric, all these controlling behaviors. It's more of what I described in a nutshell, which is we don't have enough bottom. Don't have enough bottom. Break it.
Yeah.
These are the people. And again, over time, these traits of the old alpha evolved.
Correct.
So now it's more of the off-button thing. It's more of a person that takes tough decisions. We live around people, they can't even take a decision of what to drink. Okay? I mean, tough decision. The worst thing that you can have in your life or the stress that you get is the unmade decisions.
I was reading about this just yesterday.
Absolutely.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Is like, it's lingering in your head, Just freaking make it.
Just do something.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So the person that makes fast, tough decisions, fiercely determined, persistent, he's a gentle or a gentlewoman, like a gentleman or a gentlewoman.
Got it.
He's a leader. He's impactful, influential, responsible for the loved ones, the people around him. These are all the traits of an alpha.
Good.
It's not like just like punching. Yes, when it comes to punch, we're ready.
We have to.
But it doesn't mean to be the first line of defense.
But that is fantastic, because when I first saw the title, your mind goes to, very strong, opinionated, all the words that you said. And then when I was actually listening to the content, I think you put out one recently around yoga. There was a gentleman talking about yoga being like a backpack. I was like, okay, you're actually reframing this, or just not dissecting the different elements of what this can be. And it's relatable in different ways to different people.
It's actually a character.
Yeah.
That's why when I said the most important thing that I got from my journey is the character that I built. Rather than anything materialistic or any accolades or whatever it is.
And that's the most valuable. And again, you don't see successful, I don't want to say all, but successful people, sometimes they hold on to material, right? It's how much money, what car, and great, you've worked hard, you can do all of that as well. But I think it's stripping it back beyond that to say, what is the core and what do I value? And without that money, what do I look like still?
Exactly. Like we live in an era that you can make money like this.
Oh, right.
Okay. You can be rich. Let's say like your luck, you invested in crypto, your luck happened, you became a millionaire next day. The problem, you're a millionaire today. But trust me, in 3-4 months, a year down the line, you're not. Because you don't have the character.
Yes.
To sustain this, grow this, and
yeah, correct. Yeah. And now we're on the topic of money, because I feel like that's always like Dubai is great, flashy city. There's a lot of money that can be made. People are working hard. What has your dynamic with money been like? And I ask this because there's a lot of people that I've spoken to in Let's Talk, and we always touch on like relationship with money. Some people don't want it, don't care, want to live a humble life. Some people, I know what to do with it and I value it. And others like, yeah, it helps me, but I'm still building my relationship with it.
My relationship with money passed through different phases. Phases that no money. Yeah. Broke.
Wow.
Phases with extreme money. But terribly arrogant.
Right. The behavior character.
Disaster.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah.
So it passed through so I saw it all.
You've seen it all then, yeah.
I saw it all. So now I'm happy with
yeah.
So if you ask me what's your relationship with money?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But will it spoil me? Impossible.
Yeah. Because you've been in that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
I'm not saying like from a preaching thing. I was an ass.
I love how you own accountability.
Absolutely.
You call yourself out, which not a lot of people would do as well.
Absolutely. I passed it. I hated it.
Wow.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Why it happened to me? Because I was young.
You got it young.
I made a lot of money at a young age.
So you're not ready for that.
I was not, as a character built,
Correct.
I was not ready at that time.
Yeah.
So I was, I don't care about anything that I own.
Untouchable.
Untouchable.
Yeah. I hear that a lot.
But it was a great lesson.
Wow.
So now, if I'm not the type of person that I don't like money. No, I love money.
Yeah.
Money can do a lot of good things.
Correct.
100%.
Correct.
First and foremost, it gives comfort to my family, security, and. So that's
your why is
100%. Then it helps me to do good things to people, to the community, to have an impact.
Yes, yeah. I love that you own that as well, because some people try and be like, oh, money's not that, but you know what to do with it, and you know what it can do, and you understand the value, and also you understand the importance of having the right character when you have it.
I believe the people who say we don't love money, they were never broke.
Oh, maybe you're right, actually. Maybe they've never experienced that phase.
Lack of money means what? Lack of money means shit. You can't do anything in life without money. You can't do anything. So, no, I love money.
Yeah.
Now I take care of my money.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's another thing.
I put it in the right place.
Places, yep. Yeah.
Want to do more? More.
Got it.
What is your limit? Infinity.
Got it.
100%.
Love it. Yeah, that's a good answer, actually. I think it's a very honest answer as well.
100%.
So money, obviously, we need it for business. And one thing that I find a lot of people that listen to Let's Talk DXB are people that are either trying to transition out of corporate. That's why your advice has been really helpful. Or they're trying to grow and build their business as well. Needing the resources, either they have limited and they're trying to make it work with what they have, or they have a lot and they can pump it into it as well. So for someone that's building out their business, they want to grow, they've either transitioned from corporate or they've always had this entrepreneurial spirit and they've had the resources to kind of do for themselves, what would be like your 5 tips that you would give?
Mute the TV, number 1.
Oh yeah.
So you ask me, what is mute the TV? Mute the opinions of people.
I understand. Yeah.
Because once you do this transition, we touched upon it. You will be super excited, and you will believe that everybody around you should be excited as you.
And for you.
And absolutely, people will push you back. Yeah. That's number 1.
Well done, yeah.
Number 2, a lot of people take the time to think the idea in their head.
Yeah.
So I go back, sit, think, test my ideas in my head. But the problem, ideas are not tested in the head.
Correct.
Ideas are tested in the market.
Correct.
So you need to move, take action. Whatever it is, small, big, you need to move and make.
Yep.
Number 3 is we talked about the design for success.
Yes, yeah.
Don't go as a Rambo, Tarzan. I'm super motivated, hitting your chest.
Correct.
No. Model things, see what success looks like. What are the patterns? What is the path for success? Modeling, coaching, mentorship will all help.
Yes,
You're not creating something out of the bloom. You're creating something that has been done before. 4th, be willing to pivot.
Oh, yeah.
When you have an idea, some people are so strict with it. and they hit their head to the wall until their head break. They think that their idea will work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. So you can a little pivot, be flexible, agile to
what
will work. Like, I never thought that I'm gonna have a podcast.
Okay. Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
It came like this. But I'm open to pivot.
It's fantastic.
You understand? Like, open to go ahead and try things.
Yep.
The same brand, the same everything. But I'm
just
willing
taken
to pivot.
That's important.
Not to be very strict. Fourth or fifth, manage your cash flow. A lot of people, regardless of what they're doing, they have no idea how much money or how much runway they have. You cannot build something without knowing your runway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I can sit and say, okay, I have a runway for 18 months.
Right. Yep.
I can say,
you know what that looks like.
Whatever shit happens,
very good.
I'm going to run for 18 months.
Very good.
So I'm ready.
Yes.
A lot of people, they don't know.
No, they're just going.
90% of startups, they collapse because of managing cash.
Yeah, because I think also some people avoid it as well. It might feel daunting, like it's going to cost this much to do this, or I need how much to be able to go.
I love how you said it, because, you know, that's the majority of people.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
But the problem is that it's like, what's called this animal or whatever, big head, tall head, and put it in the sand. It means that you're burying your head into the sand, and you're not looking around what's happening.
Yes, yep.
The reason that the Titanic, people died on the Titanic, it's not because the Titanic went to the ocean, correct?
Correct.
It's people put their head into the sand, means, no, I'm not going to jump on a lifeboat. I will continue my party. I will drink.
Nothing's going to happen.
But if your head is up, seeing that it's sinking, jump on a freaking boat, get to the shore, you're done. That's exactly what's happening.
It's such a good analogy, actually. Yeah, I think people, it overwhelms them, so they hide from
They're afraid.
That's such good advice. Tell me about your book that is coming out, and how that's going. Let's end on that, because I think people really will appreciate being able to access that.
I'm really looking forward for it, because it's divided into 8 principles.
Okay, yep.
How to unleash your alpha.
Yeah, good.
And in different areas, which is the wealth, the health, success, and. But the idea is every principle is related to a story of mine.
Right.
So whatever I pass through,
you've lived it.
I lived it, and I'm giving an action.
Fantastic.
From it.
Yeah.
And the main theme, again, out of it is the watch me.
Yeah.
The watch me thing.
I like that.
Everything transitional that happened is through a watch me. And watch me through a family, watch me through strangers, watching me through
a
corporate,
boss or,
whatever it is. It's a watch me thing.
Amazing.
So the whole book it's going to be out end of this month. It's on Amazon US now.
Okay,
it's going to be in UAE, like in a week time frame.
Fantastic, yeah.
UK by May, June.
Yep. And how did you find the process of writing a book?
I've been writing for quite long.
Were you a reader as well? You said you read twice a day, so you absorb a lot. Yeah, okay.
So I loved it, and I've been writing the book for quite period of time.
I was about to say that would have been a journey.
It's a journey, bits and pieces, bits and pieces, bits and pieces, bits and pieces. And me writing a book was never on my plan.
But you're flexible. See, you talked about your flexibility, pivoting.
Absolutely. I call myself a mad scientist.
Yeah.
What the hell will happen if I failed? Nothing. Literally.
That energy right there.
Nothing. Give me a project. I'll put resources on it. I'll put effort in it. I'll get it up. Failed. Thank you very much. Done. Next.
I love that energy.
Next. So if the book came out, I'm sure it's going to be a success. It failed. I'm going to write the second.
Yes.
I'm going to write the third. I'm going to write the fourth.
Listen, I'm absorbing that type of energy, because it is that mindset to be able to because if you tell yourself it's not going to work, no one's going to buy it, you've already put out there all of this negative energy that doesn't need to exist.
Literally, I don't care. Literally, I don't care.
I love it. I love it. Saif?
It's a pleasure.
No, literally, I'm like, this guy is very unique. When you say built differently, but it's worked. And I think the thing is that you've owned every stage, and you've also checked yourself.
Of course.
I was arrogant here. I was this here. I needed to improve on this.
Very true to myself.
Self-development is impressive.
And the best thing that I don't like to hide.
Yeah,
were
I
you
like that.
arrogant? Were you an ass? Yes,
Yes.
I was an ass.
Own
I
it.
was an arrogant.
Yes, yeah, you
I
owned
learned
it. Yes.
And I was even not good towards the people around me.
I love
you
that
understand?
you've owned it.
When you understand this, I usually tell to people, I can make a mistake.
Okay.
But if I promised myself
Yeah.
I will not make it again, over my dead body is going to happen.
Good. Yep. But that
people
propels you in
listening will
life.
understand me with
Yeah,
this,
yeah. It propels you in life because some people have to, unfortunately, they repeat those lessons.
It's an intention.
Repeat
Repeat is
until
an
they
intention.
land, and then they've wasted 10 years of the same habits that were never healthy for them either. And life is
100%.
gone. Yeah, I feel like you learn quickly and move.
If you repeat something, that's an intention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
I say that.
decided to repeat it.
Yes. There's no
So
excuses. Yeah. Right.
It's a pleasure.
It's been fantastic.
I loved it.
Like, I just connecting with you in person. Obviously, I've watched your content. It completely all makes sense now.
I loved
You
it.
have had an impressive journey, and I just love the transparency around it. You don't hear a lot from successful people. They don't tend to tell you the real stuff.
True.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And I love the angle, I love the questions, not standard questions.
Oh,
That
thank
means
you.
a lot of preparation was done behind. I appreciate it.
I like to keep it as open as possible and see
I
where we
loved
go, but make sure the person feels
The audience
comfortable.
left the part of the marketing. We talked about marketing a lot before.
Maybe that's
Make
a part
another
2.
episode.
Yeah, like that's our plug for a part 2. 'Cause
Exactly.
the power of marketing,
True.
and obviously you've come from that and you've used it in your own business, which
Yeah.
is successful. So yeah, we should do that actually.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're
Because
coming back.
we had the same path actually.
We did. Yeah, we did. It gives me hope. Maybe. Yeah, it
Of
gives
course,
me hope.
always there's a hope.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
appreciate it.
so
Thank
much.
you very much. Pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people.